All right. Welcome, everybody. You are not actually, you're not, you can actually, go and wipe your eyes. Like, we are actually live with an F1 stream for the first time on this channel in over a year. All right, mine's up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the return. 0 out of 10 game cards. Yeah, we don't have the chat. We don't have well, you do have I guess actual voice chat if you wanted it. Just double checking that now. We're gonna go with 13. Yeah, we'll be spectating. I'll go for 12 actually. But first thing of the day of the year. Hello, dude. I'm just messaging Bloodwave so that way I can try and get this posted into chat and we can get people died on it. But welcome. Welcome. It is the first time we have done anything F1 related in over a year. And tonight, just for explaining how it's going to go. So there's two lobbies. There's mine and then there's Bloodwave's as well. I'm just typing in for Bloodwave. 1 second. But yeah, so we're going to do two 25% races today. All right, done that for him. He can do that. Yeah, so we're doing two 25% races, same track, with one-shot qualifying in it. So yeah, we are just going to go light tonight. But I'm hoping everyone enjoyed themselves. They get a nice little routine back into the game. I swear to God, Mitchell, I will genuinely just restart the lobby settings. I'm not ready to go yet. There you go. Right, in the chat, so we should have more people joining us very soon on the live stream. There you go. Right. do that. We're ready to go, pretty much. Someone just asked me if I'm PhD Pyro. No. I know that much. It's a different thing altogether, GT. But, yeah, no. But yeah, welcome everyone. One-shot qualifying around Spain. It's the Circuit de Catalunya, Barcelona de Catalunya. I can't speak English. But yeah, there's going to be about 12 of us in this lobby, running a quick couple of social races just to get acquainted back to F1, back to the game where this league basically made its name off of. A little bit of back to the roots kind of things today. We're waiting for, there's the 29-second at the top of the screen, and then we'll get into one-shot qualifying here. So how we're going to do it is one-shot qualifying, so everyone's going to be out on the track at the same time. They're going to do their laps at the same time, and then the grid will form off of that lap time. We will then do a 25% race, which I believe is 17 laps around Spain. And then we will do the exact same thing again, because reasons. But yeah, we are essentially going to do it twice over. Right, let's go! Let's get a good start. Let's get the data on. Let's get the track map on. Let's get the telemetry on. We can call this properly. So, Scarenzi's off to a good start here. Down into turn 1. Steger, however, isn't. Steger then validated straight away. Scarenzi's got off to a great start as we head through the first chicane. Round turn 3. Up toward the end of the first sector. It's still the Williams in the lead of qualifying right now. The Red Bull of Trocker just starting to get himself involved. Yarlo as well. Names we've seen in the past. Starting to rear their heads at the front of the grid here. Logan still at the front. Yarlo at second. Mitchell in third. Then you've got Scarenzi in fourth. People just tossing and turning between the positions right now as we head into the final sector of the lap. Nakuzda's up into P3. But we're going to watch this the remaining lap here from essentially one of the best drivers the ALR F1 has ever seen. When it was the old times. Maybe not now. Maybe things have changed in a year and a half. Maybe things have not. He's gone around the final corner. He's got a great exit, but he's not going to be on pole. Scarenzi nicks it. Scarenzi and the Williams started great and nicks it right at the end. Scarenzi from Mitchell with your front row. Absolutely stealed it right at the depth. You got Logan and Nakuzda, the second of the Williams, on the second row there in third and fourth. Then you got DDK in fifth, Jack in sixth, Geldy in seventh, ABJ in eighth, Yarlo in ninth, who's had an absolute mare of a final sector there as he led into the final sector on pole position. Then we've got a lucky high one there in 10th, and then Wersay in 11th, and Steger, who probably the favourite going into tonight, with a DSQ from his one-shot qualifying lap, going to start at the back, and that's going to be a difficult place to get back from 17th. And we'll see what is going on here. Continue into the very first race on F1 that we have done since F1 23. On this channel, that is. I think there was one maybe in the actual F1 24 before we realised it was not the greatest game in the world. This one seems to be a little bit better. At least serviceable, so we're going to get good racing on this one, I hope. But also in turn with F1, it can easily become carnage. So I hope everyone here is strapped in, ready for the ride. Because it is going to be a wild one in this race in particular. As we are now set on the grid for the first time on F1 25. We have a formation lap because we had to test this out. So make sure everything is all correct. Don't need to do stop. Don't need to do that. Tyre is good to have, actually. We might do that in this one. We might actually put the tyres on. Yeah, we're going to put the tyres on. Interval, and we can go through the different camera types as we go along. We're going to do tyres for the formation lap because we've got Scorenzi on mediums, Mitchell, Logan, and Nakuzda, and DDK actually, the rest of the top 5 all on softs. Then you got Jack in on mediums in 6th, Scaldy, AJB, and Yarlo in 7th, 8th, and 9th on the softs. Lucky High 1 in 10th on the mediums, and then Wersay and Steger at the back of the grid on the soft tyre. So we will know that everyone has to stop. It's a 25% race, so they still have to stop at some point. So we'll figure out where strategy comes into this, because it should be a fairly easy one. So a couple of people have disqualified themselves from the out lap there. So Yarlo and Lucky are both out of the qualifying lap. They're both up on the grid. They're going to get really cold tyres by the end of this one. On the start, they might suffer as a result. Scorenzi's gone off maybe a little bit too quick. You see everyone in the background there. Yeah, I think the front group here have gone off a little bit too quick to get themselves onto the grid. Bear in mind, they have to set themselves onto the grid as they would normally. They can get punished for not for jumping too far ahead. And comes Metro into second here then, onto the inside line on the track, and you'll see who hasn't done a stop so far in this. Ray Nakuza there into his grid slot. Then we've got DDK slowly, very slowly approaching his. With Jack in there, Scaldy in there, AJB, sorry, has done his in a run man who got himself disqualified. We continue on. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And for the first time, it's lights out, away we go, down towards turn 1. And it's a great start from Scorenzi, and an even better one from DDK. DDK jumps a position. Scalesy's got 2, up into 5th he goes. As we head towards turn 1, Scorenzi defending on the inside from Mitchell. Mitchell now gets the inside of turn 2. And into the lead of the race he goes with a massive overtake at the first corner. We've got a yellow flag already. With, I think that might be an AJB who had an issue there into turn 1. Scaldy up a couple of positions. Nakuda dropped down into 6th. A bad start for him. Oh, we got lockups galore into turn 5. And so luckily no one died. Apart from that horse who's just lost his car again. AJB is having a rough start to life in F1. No, that's awful there from Nakuda, who just drops the car, saves it from there going off the track, but it's going to cost him another couple of positions, and the only way is backwards for him at the start. A lot of smoke from that lockup, that's for certain. Steger's trying to make his way through. Now he's going against Lucky High One. And he goes round the outside. A little bit of wheel bagging between the two of them. And Steger's ahead. Steger is ahead there. Nice overtake there from one of the old heads in this league. Yarlo, that's a bit deep. That's going to be a very dirty tyre as they head out the final corner on the soft tyre here. Scaldy's outside of that second. Steger's got another position as he looks to try and make his way from 9th upwards. Oh, Nakuda and Yarlo have come together. And Yarlo's had to take to the escape road, which apparently has a massive bump in it for some particular reason. It sent his car flying, but that'll allow Nakuda through. I didn't particularly see if there was any proper contact there. It looked like it because Nakuda was very deep in the corner. Another massive lockup causing a cloud of dust there into turn 5. Going towards the front, Mitchell still in the lead from Scorenzi, who's got off to a great start in this league on this social race. Then we've got Trocker in 3rd and DDK in 4th. The 3 of the top 4 are all heads in this league. Trocker down into this final sector, and he locked it, but he gets it. Gets past Scorenzi there, and the Red Bull is ahead. Well, the Racing Bull is ahead of the Williams. And we got the Aston Martin then 4th right behind. We got a split into a couple of packs already. Trucker now has the fastest lap of this race so far. We'll see him and Mitchell go racing sooner rather than later here. We're on lap 3 of 17. Mitchell does enough to hang on for now. Jack and Scaldy fighting out in the middle of the pack, and I think that's Jack getting by on the Ferrari. It is. Up into 5th goes Jack. Yellow gone up against Nakudza again. We saw they had round 1 earlier on. It's not quite going to be round 1 into round 2 into turn 4. Another cloud of dust being left on turn 4. Another lock up here from the Williams as well. You can very much tell when someone does and doesn't lock up in this in this game, can't you? Jesus. We got AJB just dropped off the back here, Verse in 11th, then Lucky High 1.5 off of Steger, who's now onto this pack as we're watching at the moment. But we are going to go further up the road a little bit, because we are very close. As soon as I say that, they're done overtaking the back, and Yarlo gets past Nakudza up into 7th place he goes. Don't forget DRS is also a thing. It's been enabled by this point, so here comes Trocker looking to make something happen against Mitchell. Defends the inside. Trocker's going to go the long way round. Mitchell locks up. Logan's still going the long way round, but he got himself ahead. Scarendi is trying to keep himself involved as well. Couldn't get past the Ferrari, however. Looks to go into turn 4. Again, not really making much of it. Trocker's got himself a nice little gap. You can see Mitchell car locking up as he pulled up ahead there. A nice little camera angle of all this. Skeldy's now under fire from Yarlo. We've got yellow flags in sector 2. AJB has managed to continue on. He continues on for certain there. And here comes Skeldy back on Jack. Skeldy to the inside, trying to take 5th back, and he will take 5th back. And I think Jack might lose out to Yarlo here. And he has lost out to Yarlo, and this might be Steger's opportunity to make a move down the inside. Oh, Jack! And he's round! Jack's round! You could tell that was coming a mile away. Nakudza's got dirty tyres as well. And he beached himself. And he's reset to track. Oh, and he's all but killed AJB in the good process. And Yarlo's up in the 5th past Skeldy. Jack absolutely beached himself, had to reset the track. That's not allowed in the actual league, for reference. If you beat yourself there, you're done for the night. Oh, looks like Scarendi there, just taking a very, very shallow line through turn 4. Now he's got himself a little bit of a job to do in the middle part of this race. We're on lap 5 of 17 right now. Long way to go. Still a pit stop to happen as well when people go onto the medium tyres, and it'll be Scarendi going onto the softs. We'll see if that's going to play any sort of a factor. I think Logan, for the first time in this race, the leader, has broke away that second gap. Broken away out of DRS now. The gap should start to increase as we go along. He is flying right now, the Racing Bull, in this one. Scarendi, who might be going after Mitchell here. He is down the inside, and the Williams will take 2nd place back. DDK looked for a split second, as if he was going to try and make a move stick, but didn't. Steger's going to go past Skeldy as well, so Steger up into 6th after starting last. Bearing in mind, safety cars are on, so all this is going to take is one mistake to swing this back the other way. Nakudza's 1.8 seconds off the back of Skeldy now, with yellow flags in sector 1, and that's Jack at the back. Again, having a bit of a mare in the first sector. Looks like Scarendi, after getting by the Ferrari, it's probably awful on its tyres right now. It's starting to make a little bit of headway on the leader of this race. We continue on here on lap 6 of 17. Couple of gaps starting to open now. Steger, one of those gaps just opened between him and Yarlo. Just closed back within a second now. They head through the final corner. DRS is about to kick in. Scarendi had a lot of it. As they head toward turn 1, he might be just too far back. He is. on that medium tyre. He's definitely benefiting right now. Lucky getting past Nakuta into turn 1 as well. The Williams straight past and already gapped to being gapped to second by the Aston Martin, who's currently sat in 8th. But right now, the front 6 are all right back beside each other. All of them within the DRS range, so we are sitting in a train. You might actually be able to include Scaldy in that boat as well, so Scaldy will make it a 7-car train. The rest of the grid are just starting to drift away. Look at that, 5 cars right beside each other. Steger just about off the side here. Off the back of them, Scaldy as well. There's a little bit of a gap that forms between the top 5 and the rest of the pack. Scaldy now outside of DRS, so that might drop us just to the front 6. Oh, that looks a little bit deep from DDK. You can see the gravel just starting to kick up on his tyre there. Yarlow into the pits. Nakuta into the pits. Not entirely sure what's happening between AJB and Jack. And AJB is lagging quite drastically right now. Or was. Let's see if there's anything that's going on. Jack up get 3 seconds worth of time penalties there. Steger, top 5, obviously now just the top 5. Yarlow pit earlier on into 10th. Gets himself a little bit of clean air as well, actually, out of the DRS train. And we'll see if he can do anything with that. Scaldy now about 2 seconds off the back of this group. So he should be well off the pace now. Oh, we've got yellow flags! We've got yellow flags again, and it's Jack who span his car around on the exit turn 4. Oh, and he got again! The Williams is the new livery. We got yellow flags again. Scarenzi stays out. Logan's in. Mitchell's in. DDK is in. Steger is in as well. Scaldy stays out on his soft tyres. Lucky stays out on the medium tyres right now. You see the yellow wall tyres on the car. He's still a yellow flag in sector 2 because Jack is literally all over the place right now. Ursay stayed out. He's into 4th right now. In turn, they're coming out with Yarlow. Let's see where Yarlow comes out. He got out ahead of Mitchell. Not quite on the same place as Trocker has. There might have been a little bit of pit lane stuff going on there. Not entirely sure what's going on with AJB. Just teleported his way into the middle of everyone. That's not great, is it? To be able to watch. He's also getting in the way of everyone now. What is going on here? What's up with this ghosting? I'm not entirely sure. Jack's out. Jack's out in the pit lane, so it won't cause a lot of anything. Yeah, AJB is all over the place right now. He's ghosting because he's lagging. Ghosting the settings should just be as it is on the sheet. I don't actually know, but oh, you had rear wing damage. I'll do it. I'll definitely do it. But I think it's almost because he's also lagging. The game can't really tell where he actually is. It goes ghosting in GT as well. Oh, speeding in the pit lane, gets 10 seconds there. And we got the opposite half of the grid pitting now. Scarenzi's right there, within the second or just outside of a second now, but he's on soft tyres. If he can get himself within the second of Logan, he might be in a very good shot to win this. We've got we're saying AJB still in the pits as well. They've just come out. They're right at the back of the grid. Steger also trying to get himself involved against Lucky High One. And he has got him. Up in the 7th he goes. Still considerably behind Scaldy again. Not entirely sure what happened there. DDK also fighting with the Ferrari of Mitchell for 4th at this point in time. Yarlow's come out in 3rd, so Yarlow's done a good job with the undercut. Also getting out of that DRS train. Let's see if anything's going to happen down the straight here. Scarenzi's actually got really close to Trucker. Baits in one way, goes the other, tries to stick it round the outside. A little bit of a lock-up from them both. And Logan holds on for a little while longer. The longer we go, the longer Scarenzi's going to have a shot at this. I think it's a case of when, not if. Yalo's also got himself really close in. Let's see if this is going to happen, if this is going to have any effect here. Scarenzi needs to get past Logan. He needs to get past him as soon as possible before Yalo becomes an issue. The DRS kicking back in. It won't do an awful lot round here. They're round into turn 9 though. It's just not happening right now. Just not happening for Scarenzi. If he can get it, he's got to get it down the straight. He's got to do a little bit better on the exit here. Get this down the straight. Otherwise, he is just burning away tyres. The longer you burn away your tyres, the more you're going to struggle at the end of this. He got really close now. Back to the outside as we go into turn 1. And the Racing Bull again. The Racing Bull again holds on. Just placing the car where he needs to place it right now. Expert job at defending from Trocker. Not an awful lot Scarenzi can do. Medium tyres around him. Gonna start to kick in the gear eventually. You know, Mitchell and DDK also trying to get themselves onto this pack. Trying to get themselves into that DRS range so they can get themselves involved in this race just a little bit more. Steger's right on the back of Scaldy as well. We head a lot closer this time as we head into the final sector. Scarenzi is a lot close now. A lot closer. They go through the final corner. It's about a tenth and a half this time. In within 4 tenths. Down to the line they go on lap 12. Again, it's just a bad exit out of the final corner. And it's going to be too far away again. He's going to look to the outside into turn 1. But again, he's going to be defended by the Racing Bull. And the Racing Bull is just doing enough. Steger's overtaken Scaldy as we head towards turn 1. And Steger up into 6th. And that's about as good as he's going to get. There are other 5 at the top, however. Anybody realistically could win this race from here. All of them are right beside each other in this one. The abundance of smoke coming up of each time we go through turn 5. Yeah, right now the Racing Bull just doing enough to keep himself in the lead. Gonna get a little bit of DRS down here. This is gonna have to be an excellent couple of corners. Oh, we've got someone off the track! Lucky high one's off the track in the background there. The Aston Martin at turn 8. That's not good news for him. He's just having a bit of an issue in this one. We continue now. It's again just not a great exit for Scarenzi. Whether or not this is setup related or anything is a different question. He's going to go now properly to the outside again. And it's defended again. And he is running out of time and running out of tyre. He has got to make this move happen. Got to make this move happen. We continue into this race. And we've got on lap 14 of 17 now. 3 laps to go. 3 laps and some change. And this Racing Bull, does not look like he's giving up anything as we continue to watch the first of 2 races at Spain. We'll see if there's going to be an actual move, any sort of movement whatsoever from Scarenzi here on the soft tyre. And the answer doesn't look like it's going to be a yes. He's just not getting the exit on the final corner. He's losing half a tenth every time, and that puts him in the same place on every single lap, looking on this outside, and I'm not even going to let him try this time. And that might actually be a blessing in disguise for Scarenzi, because he needs to just rethink the strategy a little bit here. He's done the same thing 4 laps in a row, and it clearly has not worked. We'll see if this is going to change. I don't really see the top 5 changing, to be honest with you. Steger's got it within 5 seconds now, and cleaning up just a little bit, but he's left it too little too late. Scarenzi's going to get some DRS down into this final sector, back to 4 tenths, within 4 tenths now, within 3 tenths even, on that Racing Bull. But again, this final sector's just going to do him in. Another 3-second time penalty handed out, this time for Lucky High One. For track limits, it looked like Scarenzi did a lot better there. He just needs a good exit. Again, he's just not getting the exit out of the final corner, and it's damaging his chances drastically. We head down the world turn 1, and I think he's going to end up getting overtaken by Yarlo in behind. Just that back exit, that final corner exit, he just does not have enough. That is just going to be really unfortunate for him. As we continue into this race, I think it's going to be a case that he's going to get overtaken by Yarlo behind. Yarlo very much in the mirrors now. There you go, DDK on Mitchell. DDK gets past Mitchell up into turn 9. Nice little move there. Maybe one coming back. Nikuta's got 3 seconds now as well. As DDK and Mitchell have now dropped off the back here, out of DRS range. It's now 6.5 tenths a second, the gap to the lead. Right, quite frankly, this is over. Oh, he actually finally got a better exit. It took him 17 laps, but he finally got a better exit. It might happen. He got one more chance to do it. And again, round the outside of turn 1, he just needs to stop trying that. He's going to have to stop trying that now, because that was his last chance. That was the last roll of the dice. I think that's going to be game. Unless he's got something up his sleeve on this final lap, which would be impressive. That's going to be game. The Racing Bull has done enough defensively to be in complete control of this race. And defended well enough to hold it. He has to be running a bit much. Mitchell span there. Fake Mitchell's. Oh, and there goes Steger as well. Steger into the wall. And Mitchell will take that place straight back. Or will he? Because he's got damage as well. And there goes Scaldy, who goes by. Scarenzi, on the other hand, has just been overtaken by Yarlo for second. The 2 Ferraris are fighting it out. But it was just one man who just could not be overtaken. As we head to the line on lap 17, and the first win on F125 and ALR goes to Trocker. Yarlo gets second, Scarenzi third, probably deserved a little bit better than that. DDK gets fourth, Steger gets fifth, Nikuta will come over the line in sixth, Scaldy will get seventh, Mitchell's literally killed his car again. Into the pit lane there, Lucky High One is going to get himself into eighth. Mitchell went into the pits, into the pit wall. He's still going. Not sure what he's doing, but he's still going. At the Ferrari. And that's what it says it didn't serve his penalty. Mitchell will go and overtake him for ninth. There you go, that's the end of the first race. Couple of couple of decent, well, a bit of decent racing there, to be honest with you, trying to make something happen. There you go. So we're just going to do, yeah, it's done about 5 laps for this one. But yeah, it's going to be about, it's going to be another one shot qualifying, and then in a second race around Spain for this, well, for the next race here. Yeah, nice little look at the new graphic at the end of an F1 race. Logan winning the race. Steiger getting every other award. Yeah, it's Spain again. Bloodwave made this, not me. I think it's random assign. I didn't have a vote, so like I didn't get to choose. Admittedly, Steiger probably still would have been the choice. But yeah, that was a pretty decent first race, to be honest with you. They do need to sort out the visual with the visual effects, like watching Skeletrix. It can be at times, I'll say that. I'm pretty sure there'll be some sort of patch at some point. Everyone talking about the dirty air. We're going for a couple of more here, more races. Well, one more race after this. How many is in the other lobby, Audio? Right. How many is in the other lobby, out of curiosity? You get ghosting if you get damaged. That's a new one. Not quite enough. Just over enough for one full lobby, I think. That's a shame. That's the simulation settings. Do we have... There's off for griefing. Collisions on. Is there even a bit to change ghosting, out of curiosity? I don't think there is. That's a shame. Yeah, I don't think there's a bit to actually change the ghosting. Fair enough. Yeah, you can't even change the ghosting, so that answered that. BL4 just joined. Just need to figure out who left, and then we'll get going. Just waiting to see. You said there was... I didn't actually see. I didn't actually see what the fastest lap was, honestly. It would have been a 1:12 something, I think. $12.8 or something like that. Yeah, I was about to say definitely a 12 something. Everyone's asking. Someone just asked me. Just waiting on something else. Wait up for everyone. I want to know how many's in the other lobby. Why is it duplicated? Don't do that. 11 in the other lobby. There's 11 here. We're just over the amount. That's a shame. One lobby of 20 would be better than the 2 lobbies of 11, I think. I'm just having a conversation with Bloodwave. 1 second. All right. See what he wants to do. Let's see if I can invite some people. I assume they're coming to me. BR4's in here. We're just figuring out something real quick to see if we can get into a lobby of 20. I don't have. Do I not have Bloodwave added? Oh, he's on. Yeah, he's on PC now, isn't he? There he is. Let's have a look now. It should allow me to invite Mr. Petrowave. There he is. Right, we're going to join one lobby. We're going to join a whole one lobby together. In a bit, Ryan. We'll see what. So when everyone joins here, we'll see what's going on, and then we'll do this second race as a lobby of 20 because that's a lot better than it would be otherwise. Why did you not accept the first invite, Bloodwave? Back to F1, yep. Been a long time, isn't it? That's why if he types in and saying that he needs to have my invite. Kick him. Ah, there you go, Tim. P4 practice. That's not bad. Not bad for certain. The lobby's definitely got a decent amount of people in it. Yep, full of the names that we're used to. You see BL4's here. And you got the slower drivers, the Mike, for example. Long time since we've seen these names. Very long time since we saw some of these names, actually. It's just an interesting. It's interesting to see how short the actual braking zones are in this game. Because it was very evident in that one, very evident in that race there that things were very short on the short side in braking. We'll invite this guy. There we go. Braking in the turn, pretty much. NTO seems to have sent me a friend's request. There's NTO. Not entirely sure why T-Bop has got himself thing because he's not in a car. I think we've at 20. Stacking on some gummy bears mid-race. That's a sentence. Let me see if I can join this Discord. We're about to start the actual race itself. Hello. I don't know whether or not it's picking us up on whoever's stream it's picking up upon. That's the issue. Alright. Alright. That's fine. Great. Let me have Ross. Let me go back into a party real quick. All right, we have a full lobby. We have a full lobby, and it is just me on the in the booth. All right. Here we go. 20 people in the lobby this time. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? 20 people in the lobby. Nakuta's off to a great start with BR4 and Dark Kiki also there and thereabouts. The first race winner of ALR's F125, well, year, I guess, in second place in the qualifying session so far. Trucker from DDK, BR4's had a bit of a mad. Dark Kickle has actually undone his own lap here by the looks of things. Trucker and DDK seemingly off in the distance just a little bit here. DDK just opened up the door a little bit, puts himself on provisional third pole position for a split second. Trucker, Steger, Yarlo, and DDK all kind of seem to be intertwined at the moment. We'll see if... oh, Jack's out the session. Jack's retired. DDK still hangs on at the front at this point in time. We got Yarlo, followed by Trucker, followed by Steger. Trucker was on the second row last time. So we head into the final couple of corners. On board with the Racing Bull, but the Aston Martin currently has advantage. As we head into the final corner, out of the final corner, and DDK is going to keep the advantage for pole position in this one. DDK from Trucker, then Yarlo and Steger on the second row, BR4 and Scarenzi on the third, Nakutsa and Luke on the fourth, AJB and Font on the fifth row. And look at that, well, everyone's actually fairly close. Scarenzi saying he missed up turn 1 and 2, quite bad. The top 6 all split by less than 0.2 of a second. We're going to have a fun time. We are going to have a fun time here. Everyone else off the pace by quite some margin, but top 6 by 0.2 of a second is going to be a very fun time. Well, there you go. Even further than that. Second through 6 split by 10th. DDK pulled out just a little bit there at the end of the day. Alright, here we go. On to the final race of the evening. Who is going to take this one? Alright, we're just waiting for players apparently, so everyone's getting their setup set up, and then we can get going. That's the buzzer there, so they're about to go into formation lap. Alright, formation lap, 20 cars on the grid. Mitchell's already got himself DSQ'd from the formation lap, starting there in 16th. In the second, the Racing Bulls, AJB's got himself disqualified from the formation lap. That's 2 down already. DDK followed by Logan, followed by Yarlo. We'll get the telemetry on. We'll get the lap data on, and then we'll figure out what tires everyone else is on. Everyone is on the softs, apart from Bunders and Sven. Sven's in 19th. We know Sven's got some pace about him, or used to have some pace about him, so we'll figure it out and see if he can get himself up through the grid. Same with Mitchell for that matter. We'll see how everything is going to play out from then onwards. DDK followed by Trocker, followed by Yarlow, followed by Steger. And this time, Steger being in the top 4 is a very interesting proposition because Steger is going to do a lot more from there than he was able to do from 12th, I'll say that much. Race thinking it's a one-stop. It's obviously going to be a one-stop. It's only 25%. 17 more laps at Spain here. We got a couple of cars already set up on the grid. Got DDK just rolling his way up to the grid slot. I would prefer to be on the second row here, if I'm completely honest with you. The second row seems to be a better launch pad. Obviously, get the slipstream down to turn 1 if you can get off to a great start. What not like 5 or 6 cars in the back of the grid are doing. There's about a half dozen that just dropped from the grid spot there. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out, away we go, and it didn't look like a good start for Yarlow, and it did look like a good start for Steger, and Trocker's dropped 1, 2, 3. I think Trocker's just lagged out potentially there as he drops to 7th in the start of this race. A little bit of lag going all over the grid. Everyone's changing position left, right, and centre. Mitchell's up 6 places, up in the 10th straight away. Logan's made the position back. Steger's up in a second. Yarlow into third. DDK gets a little bit of a runaway in the back of the grid. Swen drops to the very back. AJB is still lagging literally all over the place, so I'm not entirely sure what he's going to be able to do here. Might have to do stuff for him. I mean, I think he just put Jack off the grid. Jack's just punching through polystyrene now. But yeah, you see it's just lagging all over the place. That's also a thing that might have been fun though as well. Mercedes. Everyone's, you lag into each other. So thankfully the game isn't going to cause a crash for that, but it isn't going to be great for people, I don't think. Mitchell up into 8th after starting 16th. 8 places on the first lap is not a bad start. DDK is still at the front right now. BR4 just dropped a couple of places. BR4 from 4th to 6th. Luke's just dropped from 11th to 13th. We've got yellow flags on the straight. I'm not entirely sure how we've managed that, but we've got yellow flags on the straight. Swen is already in the pits. Bunders and Dark Kickle are just, I think it's Kiki actually. That's not an L, that's an I, so it's Kiki, who's just got himself up in the 12th. Then Bunders and Luke, good teammates. I believe they've teamed before, I can't remember, it's been that long. But they usually are pretty good when they're driving against each other. T-Bop has got himself up into 16th as well. A little bit of fighting in the back of the grid here. And we might have someone going up against a Ferrari. Here we go. Red Bull versus Ferrari, number 1 on the car. Not going to get by. Might pick up a track limit for that one as well. And Tio's going to hang on. The top 8, all of them are still within the DRS range. Mitchell needs to get past Nikutsa to get up to the top 6. And when the top 6 stayed relatively the same, all 6 drivers still here. Steger's just put up the fastest lap. And it was immediately taken by Scarenzi, who did a 14.6. Here comes Steger trying to take the lead of the race. Will take the lead of the race down the soft tyre. And the Kick Sauber takes the lead of this second race here in Spain. As we continue on here, half a second between first and second. We'll see if there's going to be any sort of movement. The top 8 still in DRS range. A couple of drivers in the back of the field there as well, from Bundert all the way back to, let's say, 18th of DRS on each other as well. We'll see. There's not anything happening for DDK right now. Steger's just starting to open a gap, just ever so slightly. That's good news for Steg. If he can break away from that second gap, he shouldn't really be much of a problem in the... well, no one else should be much of a problem for him in this one. Steger 42 fastest lap at this point in time. He's done very well. DDK has just not got anywhere near him. So he did well to build up the gap on that last lap to make sure that DDK doesn't stand a chance. Yellow's broken out against Scarenzi. We've got yellow flags for Jack again on a straight. NTO overtaken by Charizard. We head into turn 3 there. NTO might be about to get overtaken by T-Bop as well. Morrison and Luke are looking at each other, trying to get themselves through. Turn 1. We've got turn 3. So we've got Mike in the wall. I don't think Mike's getting out of it. And there you go, he resets the track in order to get out of it. Oh, Nakunta's having a bit of a mad there back there as well. We've got yellow flag left, right, and centre. I think Mike's back into the wall again. It's a virtual safety car. As Mike has brought out the virtual safety car. And the race is going to be neutralised for just a little while. Pits for DDK, Yarlo, Scarenzi, Trocker, BR4. 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane for DDK. Oh, that is an awful time to get that penalty. Mitchell doesn't think his tyres can go to the end. Scarenzi's put on hards, BR4's put on hards. Jack's sped under the virtual safety car, so he's got a drive-through penalty. As we are gone green again, and Steger's got a 6-second advantage. 9 seconds to Font, all the way to DDK in the back of the field there, the long way. In 7th. I reckon that's probably somewhere in the region of about 16 seconds. Steger's got a massive advantage right now. However, he is going to lose a lot of time from just pitting normally. Yarlo and Black Charizard going at it into turn 4. T-Bop and NTO going at it into turn 4. NTO gets overtaken by T-Bop as he enters the top 10. Jack and Mike have pit, but that's because Jack's serving a drive-through penalty. Mike got 10 seconds of speed in the pit lane. Massive penalties. Massive penalties happening. That looked like an Aston Martin off the track there. DDK again having a bit of an issue. I think that's Bunders trying to get by him. 3-second time penalty for Luke for track limits. On lap 6, that's pretty aggressive. Yarlo's right up on the back of Bunders now. Trying to overtake that Alpine, trying to get himself into the top 7, sorry, in this race, and he's going to do so with relative ease. He continues on. Yarlo is on the medium tyres, remember. Trying to go to the end of the race. The tyre wear is a big thing in this one. And Scarenzi gets past NTO. Here comes Trocker against NTO as well. To the inside he goes. He will get that position. Or will he? The inside's still there, and he does get the position eventually. NTO slides the car a little bit. Might be under fire from the Aston Martin behind now. Actually, the Aston Martin's under fire from BR4. BR4 might be looking to make his way through. He will do. Also, Morrison got past Charizard on the way through, up into 9th as well. Overtakes left, right, and centre right now. Yarlo's going right back after DDK. On the inside, gets a nice little run. But obviously, if you're on the inside going into turn 10, you're on the outside following it. So you got yellow flags in sector 3, and McLaren's in the way. McLaren is definitely in the way. DDK's had to back off. In Yarlo's upper place. Then he's got Dark Kiki in the front of him. Yellow flags in sector 3 is just the ghost of McLaren. And there we go, Yarlo up into P5. DDK is going to get past the other Red Bull as well. Up in the 6th, go DDK again. That 10-second penalty is going to play absolute massive in this one. AJB currently in 4th. We've got yellow flags in sector 1. It's the 2 Ferraris. It's the 2 Ferraris and Trocker. We might have a safety car. DNF for BR4, DNF for Trucker. Somehow, no safety car out of that. And Dentio is still there. Steger just somehow, well, Steger's coming to the pits now off of his soft tyres. Took him an extra couple of laps. There's the Red Bull on the wall now as well. Not entirely sure which Red Bull. Red Bull, no, that's a Williams. Sorry, not the right shade of blue. I think that means that's Nakuta then. Here comes Yarlo past Font. And there goes Font, overtaken by DDK and Yarlo. They enter the lead of this race. Well, they got yellow flags again. And that is a McLaren being blue flag. DDK fighting for tooth and nail against Yarlo right now. The issue he's got is that when it comes to the end of the race, that 10-second penalty is going to take him the entire way out. There's a Ferrari in a wall. I think NTO's just crashed into the pit lane wall. Out of all of that, that's going to make his life a little bit worse. We've got yellow flags again for two McLarens that are slow on track. 10-second penalty for NTO for speeding in the pit lane. Absolute calamity in a lap for him. Mitchell getting past Bunders there into the final sector in the Racing Bull. NTO had left the session. At that point, why don't you just retire the car? AJB has gone into the pits off of his soft tyres. Yarlo's been overtaken by DDK for the lead of this race. Unfortunately for DDK, he's now got to find 10 whole seconds. I think Yarlo may have some damage, you know. Pits for a few of the grids. And Wesley picks up another 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. You'd think he may have lent the first time. Start kicking up into 7th. I say now down into 14th with that penalty. With that penalty still to serve. Scarenzi also fighting against his own teammate right now. You see those two in the background. The two Mercedes continuing to drive on. Font still got a pit. We'll see what is continuing. What happens here between DDK, Yarlo and Steger, and that's the interesting battle right now. Obviously, DDK has his penalty, so he isn't going to really do an awful lot in terms of winning this race. Yarlo's got the flashing lights there. Oh, everyone's got it now. So I assume that's just a tyre wear thing, maybe. I don't know what that actually means on the telemetry. Yarlo got himself back into the lead of the race there. Back up into first. Gives him a little bit of a buffer now between himself and Steger, and that's what he would have wanted to do. That's what he would have wanted to do in this one. Purely because the longer he can keep himself away from Steger, the better his chances are in this race. Another 3 seconds for DDK to add to his misery. And we've got Scarenzi in 4th. He's 5.5 seconds back, so he isn't going to be troubling our leaders here. Then we've got Mitchell in 5th, who might be trying to fight for 4th in this one. He's got an entire pit stop gap to 6th behind him. Charizard and Font also looking for overtakes in their positions right now. I wonder if that's the tyre wear. That might be the tyre wear, you know. I think that might be the... no, it's not. I'm entirely sure what the yellow circle at the bottom of the grey thing is. But yeah, we'll figure... actually, no, that's the overtake used on a lap. Never mind, that's my bad. Mitchell overtaking Scarendi there. Into 4th he goes. Gonna have to take a long way to fight back that 5 seconds in 6 laps. Looks like Logan and BR4 came together. we'll see if anything else is going to change here. They are McLaren obviously at the back, just very much off the pace. Charizard just got Morrison there into turn 1. That's the group that's fighting at the back of the grid there for the final spot on what would be a point scoring place actually in the actual league. We got yellow flag in sector 3. It's a McLaren again, who's the wrong way on the track. You need to find the grey tarmac, not the painted stuff. Otherwise you are in a little bit of trouble. Steger right now within 7/10 of a second on Yarlo. Yarlo doing a good job again, and we might be in a very similar position in terms of who's going to win this race. Yakuza just overtaken Luke. There as we go into the final sector of their lap there, with T-Bop and Charizard in front of them. T-Bop has got himself back into the final point scoring place. Bunda's on soft just ahead of that, 2.4 seconds ahead of this group, 2.5 behind AJB, who's currently in 8th. So we've got a 4-car train here. We've got a 2-car fight at the front. Here comes Charizard on Morrison into turn 1, the long way round. Morrison should have defended that a little bit more aggressively. He might do now. He's got himself back alongside into turn 3. He's kind of lost that gap though. Him and Charizard fighting tooth and nail into turn 4 now. It looks like Charizard's going to hang on just about onto that 10th place after taking it in turn 1. Mike's picked up 3 seconds because that's just kicking a man while he's down. And we got a few people fighting for that final spot on the points. And we got a fight for the lead of the race. We head through turn 1. Steger's just too far away as they head down into turn 3 now. Turn 4 at the end of the first sector. Steger's 4/10 slower than his best lap so far. He is really close over to Yarlo. Yarlo's 3 laps older tyres than him. Yellow flag in sector 1 for McLaren again. We got a yellow flag in sector 2, in sector 1 as well. I think that might be Mitchell. It is in the wall. It's the racing ball of the Dutchman. Surprisingly, nothing called for that. And he's out the session. First, he's got 3 seconds worth of time penalties for track limits. Another 3 or 4 laps to go after this one. We're in a range where safety cars probably aren't going to come out now. Steger's got a lot. He's got a lot of battery left. Yarlo, on the other hand, does not. Steger looks to the inside. Yarlo doesn't even try to defend it. He knew he was beat. And that allows for Steger from 4th to hit the lead of the race. There you go. Steger finally gets past Yarlo on lap 14 of 17. DDK's still in the pits. Font's got a real shot, top 5 now. Yellow flag in sector 1 is another incident for McLaren. Not sure why Font has left the session. Jack's got 10 seconds for exceeding track limits. Mike's got 10 seconds for hitting the corner. Mike's out the set. I'm not even sure what's going on. There's a safety car. What did I just watch? What did I just watch? Did I just watch a ghosted car because he was trying unlap? What the? Okay. Steger's gonna cut. Steger's come in for some softs. Scorenzi's sped in the pit lane. This is carnage. Nobody knows what they're doing. You can tell at the beginning of a game and nobody knows what's actually happening. Font got deceived. Hopefully he can join back into his car. Yala's going to stay out here. We might get the safety car might come in at the end of this lap, you know. You'd have to hope that Steger gets caught. Bunders gets 10 seconds for ignoring the yellow flags. Look at this penalty group. Look at this. 13 for Jack, 13 for Worsay, 10 for Bunders, 10 for Scorenzi. DDK had 10 before serving it. He's only got 3 now. Jesus. I think Dark Kiki's going to get drive of the day by the game. Safety car is going to be in this lap. The bad news for Yarlow is Steger's right there. Oh, no, 3 seconds for Dark Kiki because reasons. I don't even know at this point. Oh, I love how Mitchell's car... What is going on, boys? What is going on? I know Mitchell's car's on the thing already, which is probably where Bunders actually got... No, Bunders is far back from this. Well then. Scorendi caught to the back of the pack and we've gone. Yarlow has gone. He's disappeared into the distance. Scorendi got a shot here. Scorendi looking to the inside of Steger straight away. And they're both on softs, and Scorendi hits the front of these two. Kiki gets past DDK. Steger gets 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. I'm not entirely sure how Steger got that. Really not sure how Steger got that. That's interesting. Scorendi, however, is going to go right after Yarlow with 2 laps to go. Alright, so lesson learned, you're not allowed to let other people leave. If they leave, they have to retire their car. It causes all sorts of mess, apparently. Here we go, so we got these 3 fighting out for the win on this race. Scorendi has 10 seconds though, and Steger also has 10 seconds, so it's a mute point, but we're going to pretend like they don't. If we go through to the final lap, Jack has finally retired. DRS has been enabled one last time. Font and DDK are fighting out for that 4th place. We go toward the turn 1 here. Yarlow's going to get swallowed up! Yarlow gets caught up! Scorendi somehow survives. Well, I'm not entirely sure. I guess they sandwiched Yarlow and both got away with it. Yarlow isn't going to care too much because Yarlow's already essentially won this race by default. AJB versus Dark Kiki here, and he's going to get him. Dark Kiki got him. Oh, we've got people crashing left, right, and centre. Bunders and AJB went into the back of Kiki there. Looks like Yarlow's dropped a 2.5 seconds off, maybe a little bit of damage. He is going to win regardless of what happens here. Steger got 10 for front, overtaken under yellow flag, which I'm not entirely sure how. And Scorendi got 10 for speeding in the pit lane. And they roll to the line. The Red Bull is going to be victorious the 2nd time round. And it's Yarlow winning in Spain. I don't even know what I just witnessed. Let's say got 10 seconds for a penalty. He finished a lap back. And Thierry's going to suffer the same fate in a small amount of time here. That was just something. I'll say that much. Font gets past DDK because it's a 3-second time penalty. AJB is going to get himself up in the 6th. Decent race for him. Kiki's going to get himself in 7th. Charizard actually gets himself in 8th. Bunders just actually gets beat by Luke, who beats him to 9th. Nakuta beats them both, and Morrison gets into the top 10 as well. A lot of the shift between the penalties, and that is how it ends. There you go. That is the end of the second race of the night. We're going to go away and take what we've learned from today and figure out what we're doing next week for a social race. But until then, I'll leave you out with this podium celebration. And then, yeah, that'll be it from us for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed everything that happened. And we'll see you guys next time.